You are watching Liberty Online TV. You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
As Liberty Online TV dey 1 year inside this November, we dey celebrate this anniversary with different activity dem. And one of them na hike with Liberty wey get for be Saturday, November 16. Usa we go waka go na the Mambo waterfall. The Liberty Online TV team go dey na Mambo Junction dey wait for una 7 o'clock na morning. For join we, na 300 leons no more you go give, and you go get the Liberty polo and water, and you go get all the enjoyment we get for being at the waterfall. If you want for join we, you go come now with 33 Battle Street office as the polo then already now, or call na this number 074 200 545 for place you order. Now Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television, with a stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning. My name na Khadija Bangora.
And Mina Mebel Kaba, good morning. Today is Tuesday, the 5th day of November 2024. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can't talk about cyberbullying. Waiting at cyberbullying, waiting at the law them where they in place in terms of cyberbullying. Afterwards, so many people on the complaint say people they use the social media for bully them. Now the issues and they will discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and other story them then at the program for you this Tuesday morning. And also members say you say for the watch we go get opportunity for add your voice to the topic how they deal with this morning. We get for do with cyberbullying and how safe the cyberspace, especially the social media being a salon. Well, for if we look at how safe this be, as we all know, Parliament we don't pass law for protect people where they go through cyberbullying. How far the institution were responsible for implement this particular law, how far they don't go for protect people especially recently we'll see people they use the cyberspace for bullying different people by the way how they go share the naked video and pictures this don't be serious concern for people where they use the cyberspace. Now that makes today we look at this topic and see how far the institution were responsible for protect this space don't go as the country get law now where they do deal with the cyberspace. Well, now the studio this morning, I want to welcome Victor Acisse, Director of Ecosystem and Capability Development at the National Cyber Security Coordination Center. Good morning, Victor, and welcome to the Breakfast Show. All right. Well, if you say for the watch you this morning, get interested in this topic and want to contribute, send we your message in the comment section at any of the platform them we the watch you this morning. And also don't forget for share the program so that more people go join this conversation this morning.
All right, so we continue with the breakfast show, and before we can look at the main topic when cyberbullying, let me just quickly go first now the magistrates court. Usai, we see magistrates like Kurana Freetown Magistrates Court number 1. Don't send one Mohammed Sisse for the male correctional center because police alleged say the attempt for kill a mama. Well, for let me get an update on this, let me join Maria to share the phone court reporter.
One Mohammed Sisse don't make him first appearance before Magistrate Sakekura and the Freetown Magistrate Court number 1 for where police alleged say he been threatened for kill one Kadiatu Mansare when a mama. The accused the tinap before the court on 3 count charged them. We get for do threatening to murder, contrary to section 14 of the Offences Against the Persons Act of 1816. Threatening to burn a house, contrary to section 50 of the Malicious Damage Act of 1816. And insulting conduct, contrary to section 3 of the Public Order Act number 46 of 1965. According to the particulars of offense na that, Friday, September 27, na Freeman Street na IMAT na the western part na Freetown, the accused Mohammed Sisse been threatened for kill and burn the complainant Kadiatu Mansare in Os. And the accused be same way so cursed and used bad word them by Kadiatu Mansare, wey be make it shame and people where they around. Where the court been read charger to the accused, the magistrates not been take any plea from him. The lead state prosecutor, Salu Tap, been called the witness for testify, and the witness been identify the accused as in boy Pikin, and say on the 27th September this year, he been then in oath where the accused begin for cause and tell and bad word them, and threaten for kill him and burn in oath, and say the accused been tell him say he go make sure say he die miserable one. The court been asked for short adjournment date for make the prosecutor go talk with in witness. Before the adjournment date, the defense counsel been asked for bail for the accused, but Magistrate Sakekura not been give bail to the accused and been sent am gonna the male correctional center and be adjourn this case to November 6 this year. For Liberty Online TV, me na Maria to Sheriff.
All right, so they continue the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. As we tell you today, where they look at the cyberspace, how safe this space be for people where they use them in a salon. But before that, we they go back and remind you that say the Liberty 1-year anniversary project still they go on. As we all know, this November make Liberty Online Television 1 year. Or don't they use this particular digital space for bringing Cantona news, information, and entertainment, especially about things that may happen at the country. Over the 1 year, we don't bring Cantona on biased stories. We get for do with politics, good governance, democracy, and security. So now na time for we celebrate and time for continue for do this work where we don't they do for the past 1 year. We don't be free, fearless, and inclusive. So on ourselves need for support we for sustain this institution. No matter how little, na for send you donation to Liberty Online TV. Na the orange money number where you see the display na the screen 074 200 545. Send you support for ensure say you continue for sustain Liberty Online TV, as this is the only digital platform where they get credible news but different things there where they happen. If you didn't at the diaspora, you don't watch Liberty Online TV, you don't join with throughout this journey for the past 1 year, you can as well send your donation. You can send them to any international money transfer. Send them to Mabel Kaba, who will receive the money, and at the end of the anniversary celebration, we'll carry back and give an account for all the donation on don't they give. And to all they send on a donation so far, we want for say plenty thank you. We appreciate and God bless you all. You not send it. Please look for the numbers and the detail and send we your donation, as that the only way this way we will sustain Liberty Online Television for all continue for bring Cantona diverse views of things them where they happen at the country. But they continue the program and today will tell us they look at the cyberspace, how safe this don't be, and people this BNTM don't they complain say the cyberspace. Other people like use them for bully them by way how they share their nude pictures, them videos, shows where this don't be serious concern for people, especially the one way things say Sierra Leone and them. No, they use the cyberspace for do meaningful things them. Well, before we come to our studio guest, we go to a story where we reporter David Yankes have been put together. As we all know, the Cyber Security and Crime Act 2001 Parliament been turned into law, and this na law where they for protect people where they use the cyberspace. But how far this don't go, and what in this particular law they bought for protect people where they use the cyberspace? David Yankes put this report together.
The Cyber Security Bill na one where dem be passed na Parliament of Salone, November 25, 2021. And this bill they work for tap the way and manner how people they misuse the computer system by way they can collect electronics evidence for investigate people who can commit crime na the country. But this BNTM issues don't they come out way campus cyber business na the country. Sometime back this BNTM, after the Bar Association election, the newly executive member then go work to President Bio, where he post na Twitter, and after the president been post, one Joy Precious Bayo been comment na the comment section say the president no get right for welcome the illegitimate executive of the association. We're not able to show the comments because by the time we go check for the comments, we're not able to get access to these comments. After these comments, we be see na social media say them be invite this young lady na CID for cybercrime. Dr. Sylvia Olainka Blyden na one person where can use the same space for write on plenty issues them. And this BNTM we see also a write plenty in them against the chief minister, where plenty people see this as cyber issue. Plenty other people self be not be victim of this same cyber offense in the country. Part 5, Section 33, Subsection 1, Paragraph A of the Cyber Security Act of 2021 say anybody or company will not get permission for go inside person in computer or phone. Mean say you don't commit crime and the law go bet you tranga one with all the issue here don't they happen at the cyberspace. How safe people be where they use the space? For Liberty Online TV, me na David Yankes say the report.
Alright, welcome back. It's still the Waji Breakfast on Liberty Online TV, and that's a report where David Yankes is put together. For such issues we get for do with people where they use the cyberspace. And we're telling us today in this edition of the Breakfast Show, where they can't talk about cyberbullying, and we'll be there to introduce this studio guest to Una, when I'm Victor ACC in the Director Ecosystem and Capacity Development, now the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center. But let me just start, we just don't get a flashback aside. One of the reporters and put a piece together regarding issues we don't happen now the social media where police perhaps only investigate, we get to do with cyber stalking, cyberbullying, a lot of them things in there. But let me just go right from the start before we can go into the laws them first. When we talk about cyberbullying, now waiting on our way day now the cyber security, they refer to as cyberbullying.
Thank you very much for that question, and good morning, listeners again. Cyberbullying or cyber stalking or cyber whatever, the word itself, cyber simply means something they happen at the internet and at the virtual space. So unlike traditional bullying, you want to get for face to face for let somebody go able to bully you and do all of those things. Cyberbullying basically they happen through the use of technology, through the gadgets they use like cell phones or computers and things of that nature. So this can include where you send them any message through SMS or through the social media or whatever with the intent of causing harassment or harm to the other person on the other side. So as you rightly mentioned earlier, in 2021, the House of Parliament passed the bill into law. We even begin get this kind of discussion now, because prior to that time, the status of the country, then go just they use generic laws them for actually hold people accountable for whatever actions they commit. But because technology don't invade our lives, technology don't change our way of living, you find out say now most of the crimes them actually equally happen online. In fact, studies don't show say about 76% of crimes are cyber-related crimes. Either the computer systems themselves now the target, or they use the computer systems for actually perpetrating crimes here. So the law fully aware of that, and that this traditional bullying would definitely now translate to cyberbullying, wherein people go they use smartphones, go they use computers for causing kind of problems here. And of course, the punishment is clearly defined, wherein you get a fine of 30,000 new leons minimum to 50,000 new leons maximum, and a prison time of 2 years minimum to 5 years maximum, or it can be a combination of both, depending on the gravity of what you don't do. So the Act make them very, very clear. And as a National Cybersecurity Coordination Center, what we don't they focus on them mostly in addition to all other things. Now, for first of all, raise awareness, because you agree with me to say there are lots of people that we a victim of them crimes here. Some man even knows yourself now that they happen to them. And even the one that we know within the redress mechanism, how for go about them, how for complain, how for take legal actions for actually get a redress to that kind of crime, they will don't happen to them. So they put so much weight on the awareness so that the discussion will go on, so that Sierra Leoneans are going to say, look, this kind of law, and they for protect everybody, they for protect Victor, they for protect Mabel, Khadija, and everybody in this country. Until we get to that point to say people they know and actually begin to utilize that instrument, it will become very difficult.
Victor, when you talk about the implementation of the Cybersecurity and Crime Act of 2001, we all know the conversation and the debate we've been there around this particular law from the term where it in a stage of consultation. Even we journalists them been get some reservation about and say if they pull the Public Procedure Act or the Public Prosecution Act for journalists them, the Cybersecurity Crime Act will be a challenge. From that end to now, most people all the view say una just they use or police or CID just they use this law and politician them, because two case them we don't come now the one we get for do with the former member of parliament Honorable Kemosi say Walbin who said and say he bully the president, and also Joy who just mentioned at the reports where we do when a lawyer we comment on President Bill in Twitter page CID invite and say a cyber stalking. But the real victim them, the citizen them, where they fall victim of them bullying there, the center not on the work for protect them rather than use them for political advantage.
Well, contrary to those views, the center don't they work for actually popularize the act, make sure say people know about time, because the act, the law itself is there to protect everybody, not just politicians. But then, because like I rightly say in my first statement, people they know about the law, they don't even know say such kind of thing they for exist for actually protect them. They know they actually utilize them, even though it is as good as it is. If you not utilize them, you not go serve in your own best interest. And the perpetrators on the other hand, then they relentlessly go to violate Sierra Leoneans and go to violate the rights of Sierra Leoneans and go to post and do things where they harass and even create a bad image. You get the psychological side of it, you get the emotional damage and so on and so forth. But the law is there to protect everyone, like you in instances. It was back in October or so when we see a whole lot of nudes and they fly all over the social media about the school picking them. They are in their school uniform. And because they are under 18, we automatically step in as a coordination center. But then the challenge here is that you cannot prosecute when you not get a victim. You cannot prosecute the matter where somebody not show up. Now the thing is, because of the stigma attached to most of these other things, attached to these crimes that already happen online, so man no one put a face to the complainant. And until we get somebody who will come say, I am a victim, the law not be able to move. So we're not able to prosecute. Whilst we were the complainant, Victor, I'm coming.
The law say, pass owner see the victim come before owner and say mean a victim, because then video they all they talk where they viral. I believe say you self don't see them, and just as you mentioned October now 1 month then they when nude videos of Sierra Leone and they flood the cyberspace.
So, as I say, we step in as a center. We even don't make the complaint and all of that, but then in the judiciary system, you need the victims. You need a victim, whether you get for concealing identity now or protector or whatever. But then I not go complain on behalf of Mabel, and then Mabel not say, yes, this is something that happened to me. So we push all sorts of ways. We try for encourage and cajole, and not also forget say these are underage. They talk about. They refuse to come up. I'm not going to give some of the details, but we go the length and breadth of just telling them that this is here to protect you and the center will be representing on your behalf. But then until we, the law no say yes, we get for protect you as speaking, but you get for say yes, this happened to me. Not to we they go fabricate a story, say, no, this is what happened to.
For the benefits of the one that we don't understand how the law they work and whose category they fall under the law where we talk about cyberbullying.
Everybody is protected by that law. When you are under 18, the country naturally they protect you. They step in because there is no consent for underage, yes, which is 18 years. There is no consent in that, so the law they automatically step in. But above that point, now you get for complaint. When you are above 18, you are an adult. Now you get to actually make the complaint. But like I say, because of the stigma, there are so many people where they're not getting come forward. I'll give you other issues of sextortion where don't happen. And this is between sometimes boyfriend and girlfriend. When the things are always good, they share intimate content. But then when things go sour, without the consent of the other party, then take this material and share them. But then until you as an adult willing for step up and make that complaint, you cannot proceed. What we can do is when such content they online or whatever, yes, we can take action for put on them, but that does not address the crime. The crime is already there. Crime don't be committed. Without your consent, are not supposed to post such things. Without your consent, are not supposed to do anything where they damage your reputation, anything where they ambug you, shame you, and all of that on the social media. But then, whilst we can address the area of the platforms, you can complain, be it on Facebook or whatever, and so long as you get those multiple complaints, that content can be taken down. So, the crime still remains unsolved.
So, Victor, what do una they do as a center where una see the content online, even though if the victim no can complain, say, I been get intimacy with my partner or my ex, because in their instances that most of the cases they don't come up and people like ex they expose video or pictures or they don't share with them. If una see the content online, una they take action against the person even though the victim no can complain.
When we see the content online, the first thing you do is now for try for bring the content down.
How na they bring it down?
Like I say, the major players or the major platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and all of those ones, when you complain on such issues, and then they see the content is inappropriate, they take it down automatically.
How that many content una don't bring down of people we don't fall victim?
Even the October thing they talk about.
Because the content then they still go viral. I don't know how
from individuals rather than sitting on the major platforms. Now two different things. When you get on your phone and you're ready for repost them and send them to other person, that is quite different from when it's sitting at the platform itself and it's been advertised. So when it's sitting at the platform, we can always intervene and see how best for take them off. Now, when Victor they try for share Madam X or whosoever in content without explicit permission, that's a different matter. Wherein if you step up as an adult and make that complaint, the law make them very clear how the procedure will go. They not the only gets hold of that person, but then the law they take in course fully for let such kind of thing not happen again, because there is a whole lot happening. I'll give you an instance maybe of when we do awareness even at the schools, because we always so particular about the picking them because these are the next generation, and sometimes they get into groups without them even knowing the ramifications. Some are in the context of academic groups. So we do this awareness and go out and talk to the picking them and sensitize them about all of these things. And the things that we start to come out from them, we just they tell you, say, look, our kids are already suffering from this thing. Our kids are suffering from this, so we even don't go further for meet with the Council of Principals of secondary schools for see how best we can work together and put cyber clubs in these schools. Because the problem here is, one, because the thing is stigma, so man go feel confident for talk to you, but no feel confident for talk to Mabel. So when you have these cyber clubs within the schools, it will make it very easy rather than for go to the police or for go wherever, for go talk to a stranger until you know sabi. But then there is a counselor within the school or a teacher, a respectable one, we go report these matters to. Or truth be told, picking them, they always know, they see the signs and symptoms when something they affect their colleagues and they talk to each other. So even and that would encourage them, when you see you party, they suffer from such a thing, please just report.
We can look into the measures and the way they put in place, especially for the picking. But back to the issue of controlling circulation. The social media are just not limited to Facebook, for example, where you will complain to the Facebook itself. The administration perhaps will take down whatever thing within the share of you. But let we take them out of Facebook. How the units work for ensure that circulation where they happen, although it's not from one person to the other, but they happen, for example, in WhatsApp groups and other platforms. Them how on they control circulation in that area?
That one day as well with the work, because it's a social media platform and it is being governed. It is owned by a particular body. So we are working with them, and then when we see, we cannot be in all the social media groups. First of all, I make with the raise the awareness for let them complain. When they complain, we can go in and check. Once you see that, we can take the appropriate action with the owners. And then, of course, even the administrators, we make sure, see, these people they also know who that they add in the groups. Because there are so many things happening even beyond the cyberbullying and the sextortion things. There are so many things happening even on the area of fraud, wherein people then they try to do WhatsApp accounts takeover for financial benefits, and they try to do social media account takeover for financial benefits. But the thing here is the collaboration between us and the public is what we are strengthening, so that when then complaints and they begin come to the law enforcement is able to go into action. Like I tell you, the greatest challenge is people not coming up. The greatest challenge is people stigma holding on to the people, and so much so that they rather suffer in silence than for actually utilize the tools and the instruments where government don't put in place for help them for alleviate some of these things from happening in the future. That is the challenge.
Victor, cyberbullying be in different forms.
We not just want for limit time to the one them where they share people a naked video and pictures them now we don't become a trendy thing. We will come back to Dandy. But in the area of abusing another person, we don't see an instance between Dr. Sibia Olainka Blyden and that of the Chief Minister. Lots of people hold the view, say Dr. Blyden, they use the cyberspace for bully the Chief Minister. And I'm sure you might don't come across some of them posts where some even they interpret Dr. Blyden in post and say they abuse the Chief Minister in Mama. In this case, una the center, just like what you say, una they wait until the victim reports before una step into that case.
Maybe you know the legal system gets your own procedure, how it work, and if me to get confusion and nobody no talk, nobody no report, there is no confusion between me two. And waiting you no want foresee a situation where Khadija reports say, hey, Mabel is getting this problem. They go, they ask Mabel, say, Mabel, no, I not get such kind of problem. Within the center, they continue for do put the measures in place by, like I say, raise the awareness of people and know say this instrument exists. And it for protect you, it for protect me. This is how you can utilize them. Please, when such kind of thing happen, go to the law enforcement, go report you to police. And then that is the initial step. That is the starting point. Or there are other provisions. If now civil action you want to take in your situation, go ahead and do it. But then the problem is that, and I keep emphasizing this, and I make you find out, say, all when you hear in a social media, or they hammer this point over and over again on raising the awareness of people, we have to step forward. We have to move forward because the virtual space is such that you would in any part of the world, any corner of this country, and do something way harmful, do something where go actually disturb them, not only at the individual, even an institution, go damage the reputation or even attack the infrastructure. But then the point here is that we need to step forward. So we continue to raise people awareness on this.
So in this
now,
case, is it that the law not able to sanitize the cyberspace until somebody grab and speak out, say, now this and that? But if owner they see continuously, the TN they show say this thing they happen persistently, now the cyberspace, not to own a business until somebody reports.
Cyber issues now with business. And there are a whole lot of other things where they happen within the background, like I begin to mention some way they actually clean up some of them things that day. But then I believe so they talk about somebody feeling aggrieved in this situation and somebody perpetrating a crime where they affect that person. I'll tell you even some of the things so they do in terms of securing the virtual space for we make sure say like even like your money we put on a bank, it's still there when you want to get you're able to get that. Those are things that we'll definitely do on the background. You can't map na public for talk about things they way for make sure say even cybersecurity issues hinging on national security be addressed. We not like an advertiser, but then we make sure say everything we need for they in place and make sure say go. We get what we call the national SAT, where they look into deeper things and highly confidential matters. We also they help for sanitize the security sector, now the virtual space for help for sanitize even the social media as we talk. Those are all things that will happen, but then again, there is a security connotation to some of these things. We will not go too much into the details, but cybersecurity issues, we are the Cybersecurity Coordination Center. We coordinate, and now we are affairs. We coordinate with all the stakeholders in the country for make sure say actually these things are actually sanitized. I'll give you another example of what we don't do. Few years back, we all be noticing something will be the plague in this country, wherein by the time one government official would sign one document, they reach the destination itself. It already meant by social media, all signed at this country. And it be so disturbing for a very long period of time. But now, we all can talk, say, 19 of the past, very minimal, or you hardly see anything like that.
But it still will happen.
Very, very minimal.
Confidential memo, then still in the social media.
I'm coming, and if you check, if you check the dates, and some of them, because some of them are even not what is it. Some are you can attribute them to misinformation and disinformation, where you go see something will look sign like real and authentic, when in fact, when you do proper forensics in it is not. Somebody don't do Photoshop and all of that. But the point that they make is that don't minimize it, don't come down to a level where
so now they control that. For let not spread.
There's a whole lot we are doing in the background. But then the point that they make here is that all of that you see it don't become so minimal in the recent days. Because even I think it was before October, we even engaged the ministries. We make sure we train them, we raise awareness, we train them, give them the necessary know-how as to how to protect and guide themselves. And the data we then deal with. I'm coming, and I know how we only go. The fact of the matter is, when some of those cases are being reported, when we look into some of those cases, you find out, say, it's not as simple as you even think about it. Lack of knowledge could be a whole lot. It's a big plague, if I can put it that way. But then, when we begin with those trainings and then continue to monitor the landscape, you find out, say, there has been a whole lot of improvement. A whole lot of improvement, how some man, they even take care of incessant phone devices, the way they use, to even personal data and all of that. So, there's a lot the center is doing at the background for help for make sure, say, the social media and then be it cyberbullying and cyber-related issues and crimes are actually being addressed. But then, like I rightly tell now, when it comes to the law itself, people actually have to utilize what is available out there. And I make you know they keep quiet, but
Victor, let me bring you back to the scenario I talked about earlier. They all get to do with the Chief Minister, Dr. Senge, and that of Dr. Olainka Blyden. A lot of people, they don't think term and say na cyberbullying. Based on your laws them, waiting they happen so now between two individual layers, so a cyberbullying.
Maybe I'll differ a bit, not for commenting to specifics, but then like I tell you, cyberbullying is the definition is very clear and the punishment is very clear within the act itself. As we continue for sanitization on this related issues of cyberbullying and cyber related issues in the country, the point here is that we there at a point wherein some people is just the love and waiting at the right word for you, then just they take pleasure in playing on social media without knowing even the ramifications of what they do so many times. So we continue with the engagements. We continue for work with the law enforcement. We continue for work with the other security apparatus of the country. We continue for work with even the private sector. We continue for work with the different stakeholders like academia, for instance, private sectors like even the telcos. We've had our sessions with them, and this is not one-off. It is ongoing ever since this super advertise happen. We'll make sure so we don't intensify with engagements with them so much so that then platforms are not going to be springboard for leading kind of crimes here they actually they happen. The financial sector, there is a whole lot happening where we actually engage them and give them the necessary know-how and even tell them what are the do's and don'ts, so that issues like doing a pen testing, not for just make your place secure, but with the tester, if you actually secure as you think it's secure. So with the work with the private sectors, wherein expertise then the way you go and get the service them. Since you say your studio really good and everything is nice, then Lord bring a professional, somebody with studio experience for actually come test and prove whatever you say. So those private sector players are also here. We will work with for make sure say they continue for build the capacity and continue for make sure say the systems are resilient. Even the accountants. Like at cybersecurity, it's a cross-cutting. Even the accountants and the chartered accountants within the country where they deal with so many sensitive financial matters, they work with them as well for make sure say we build them capacity, let them know say this is not just about the numbers, it's about also what goes out there and what the implication of those numbers actually mean.
Encouraging the people and for use the law now one thing, but for let them able for trust the law then systems here they work. Now another one we get a very big question we get for do it. Is the center capacitated? Because Salon get this notion say anything we can pass Salon, we're not able to prove whether this not true or a lie. When I get the capacity, for example, somebody share somebody nudes na the social media. When I get the capacity for able for trace, also the original source come out of the person we first share them. For example, if you encourage people say when anything they happen to you can at the center, go lay complain. When I get a capacity for proof.
First of all, you can go at the law enforcement. Please make your complaint, and we also get a platform online also you go actually make those complaints and you go na the necessary itself. As a National Cybersecurity Coordination Center, we work with different sector players. When it comes to the law, whether or not people will trust them or not, and all of that, again, I make a say, you can only prove or disprove when you utilize. And I will tell you one thing for sure, which we don't do over the past few years, we don't train not only the prosecutors and investigators, we don't train the judges, we don't train the different sub-components within the legal system in the country. Because whilst they are very good professionals in what they do, but then when you bring the cyber thing, sometimes you need some small brushing up for let them go know say yes, the law is has also transcended into the virtual space and how you go handle them. Then training is they're ongoing. And in terms of capacity, cybersecurity, first of all, not a one-man business. You know, you don't have one corner, so you're able to solve it. No one country able to solve it. Even the US, you see, even in the elections campaign, Donald Trump in campaign was hacked. So what you do is we don't build a collaboration with other international partners so much so that when we say we want to raise the capacity of the judges or the prosecutors or the investigators, now United Nations Officer of Drug and Crime, now they'll call. We say, please, now send the best of the best.
Or are there facilities then?
Yes, I'm coming to the technology. This is now the law and capacity building. Now the best of the best and send them, can train them and then make sure say then give them that fresh perspective. And you will see the expression in the faces of even these lawyers and the judges and prosecutors for no say, oh, okay, so this is the twist. A simple example is how to even handle forensic evidence. Evidence goes down on your phone, but then if when they attack your phone, you take the phone, you switch them off, you don't even lost the evidence. How do you prosecute when the evidence is left on there? How you could possibly win that case? Do we have the capacity? I mentioned just now, so you say we get the national SAT, when the computer incident response team, we did now a head office, and then we the one we don't set them up done, and then it goes into technical details for actually look into all of some of the issues here we talk about. But again, like I say, you notice they stay on top on some of these things because of its implication. You know, attract unnecessary attention into some of these infrastructure. The public let them convince.
It's not going to be a wasted effort and resources you put into a cause, say you want for go complain and investigate. At the end of the day, you're not sure, say, then we'll get to the roots of the issue.
Absolutely not. Whatever crime you get out there, listeners, whatever crime is being perpetrated against you or somebody you know, report the matter, and then we have what it takes for actually go into those investigations. But then for institutions and for other establishments, we not only just say this, give this assurance in this, we go and report. We actually go in and work with them.
When I really get people in behind bars where
somebody don't can explain, say, this person bully me online, it costs me, or it share me naked picture or video. When I really get people in behind bars, where you go boldly say, yes, now we take up this issue because they can't complain, and we don't put this person behind bars, the punisher now for the crime.
You bring me back to the very statement I make, until people report, until people come up with these things. The lawyers or the law enforcement not go just gap and go prosecute a case where there is no complainant.
so nobody know they can complain.
Stigma. It will interest you for no.
Because you know why they ask
engagement.
this question? We don't they hear the cybercrime units na CID very active. We don't they see how then the old people accountable say, for example, the issue of Honorable Kemosi say, we been go even a Pademba Road because then say he bullied the president. So in that case, na President Biobin can report to us say Honorable Kemosi say bullying.
There was a report where the police were able to give you the details, because now then they receive all the reports. Like I tell you, we now the center coordinate all these efforts for both the law enforcement and the judiciary and all the other organs of government. So the police were able to comment into details of all of that. But trust me, like I say, there is definitely reports where the police go definitely able to know the details. But in the issues there, we like. We really don't push very hard for, because I know the public is interested in statistics. The public one for begins to say, oh, we've done this number of prosecutions, we've won these cases, we've had this. But then, when people are not step up, when the knowledge is not even there to handle forensic evidence, when the evidence itself has been damaged even before the complaint has been made, you find them very, very, very difficult.
How possible for the
damage evidence?
I'll give you a simple example. If your phone has been hacked, you turn them off when you're actually supposed for the own, for let they extract that evidence. This get what we call volatile memory. Any twist you don't have that memory, as you switch the phone off, it's gone. Just like your computer, if you open Word documents now, they work on them, even without saving, you close your machine, you open them, it's not shut down. There is power there. The volatile memory is up and running. You go back to that document, true or false. But then if without doing such, you just switch off, most of you, any trace you don't have the volatile memory is gone. I know one for
just
go.
switch off your phone.
Yes, I know one for go to technical law, not create confusion. But then you get the permanent memory.
Fine,
you get the permanent. You get the volatile
Victor,
memory.
it go find like people and get a clear understanding, because I keep refer to the units within a CID, how active that unit they be. For example, the November 26 call, they see now pictures and videos when they share as evidence when they be used during the trials, and all of this comes from the cybercrime unit na CID, which shows say they're really active, they're able to retrieve some of this information. So when it can out to people then protection, then privacy, how come some of them things here are not able to track them online?
Interesting for no see. I don't know how that happens. That investigative evidence will be put out just like that. But then I'm not go. Okay, I'm not go comment on that one day. But then yes, with the push them matters here, and of course we work with them. CID, the law enforcement, the police headquarters. In fact, then they part of what trainings what they conduct for getting that master sabi for continue for do their work. But then whilst they are active, I keep emphasizing this again. The police will come and will find time for actually make some of us see some of the data what they talk about. For go complain say my phone lost, or complain say I'm a victim of cyberbullying or whatever, is the initial step. You need to follow through and go with them. Now, so man, when it comes to that point where they say, okay, let us prosecute this matter, where you don't get assigned an officer, they gather the forensic evidence and all of that, and we feel like you don't get enough evidence for prosecute this matter. Khadija, you are the complainant. We are going to move on with this case. Khadija is nowhere to be found again. Because now the point here is now being nude picture all of a sudden, this baby get mind and cultural issues and all of those things begin playing, or family issues and begin coming. You see, it just go back and move back and rather deal with this. Me personally get experience with somebody where I don't encourage, say please, just come forward. We are ready, because you already perpetrate the crime, now make I sit up. We are ready to actually contact the necessary organs of government and the authorities there for let they even extradite that person.
For let expertise.
Yes.
For bring somebody.
You did overseas commit a cybercrime.
Like I tell you, cybersecurity is about collaboration. The thing is, even the United States, we feel are the most powerful nation. They believe in collaboration so much so to the point that they are ready to work with almost all the nations on earth in doing so. Because you can imagine the red tapes that we involved if there is no collaboration. As you don't in Guinea commit crime, and then we in Guinea not get that kind of collaboration for extradite person. And we know for work together for make sure say the cybercrime is done. I can equally host people on this side, we go attack on that side. So the point is, we don't go as far as establishing those type of collaborations between government to government and between multilateral organizations like the Budapest Workers. We are basically a member of a club now wherein all the member states of that Budapest Convention, if we get any cybersecurity related issues, we will know say we get enough evidence. See the person, sit down, the perpetrator, sit down any of them country. We just need to follow the procedure, make a formal complaint to the wire. They will kick in full swing for help to make sure say we bring that perpetrator to justice. Just
like what you stated earlier, the month of October now one way so many nude pictures and videos flood the cyberspace for Sierra Leone and them. And the trend at which they go as a center, I feel concerned that so much of, especially women, them nakedness, they are the space, but we're not able to forget the victim, them, for not help them forget justice against the people, them, where they take advantage of them.
We are concerned to the point that we even spring into action when such thing begin happen. And even before the October itself, this was in August, September. It was in September when we jump into action, and even some of the one that we would be victims, we like because the thing is, like I tell you, some of them join some of them social media platforms here naively. Sometimes yes, and I study group. Sometimes I for just exchange ideas. Then they realize now, say this thing don't turn into something else. Some were willing to talk over the phone. Can you just come to the office? Let's get a statement from you. Someone on it. Can if you are afraid to go to CID or ashamed to go to CID, since you are underage and all of that, the government's ready for stepping for protect your identity and all of that, but then we still need behind closed doors for get a statement from you. There are some, even the parents in kicking dynamics maybe can ban this thing don't happen to her, they don't happen to her. It is a big issue that we are dealing with as a nation. And until we all step out of the shadows and say, no, enough is enough, this thing not going to happen so, I'm not going to take that shame as anything for me, but rather I will use the instruments of the law way they for protect we so that it's not the only stop to me, but they're not going to happen to my neighbor in Peking, not going to happen to the next person in Peking, and so on and so forth. So we are concerned and we are taking necessary steps. But then, like I tell you, the challenges are still there. The awareness still need for be raised. People and still get for no say. This has not just about your reputational damage. Well, maybe for the kids, they look too much into that. It's not just about you feeling ashamed, but then it gets a long-term, even psychological effect on the beginning. Or on the people that we related.
Stigma, coming out and speak and ensure say you pursue justice for whatever thing where somebody do to you through the cyberspace. And they take you back to the result in terms of results. What thing it will take somebody for able to go through, like how long it will take, what thing it will involve for let somebody go through that process there, defeat stigma, work with the systems and way they for ensure say it gets justice. What's it involve?
Well, like I say, the first step you need for make the report. You go and then once they don't get statements from you, the internal processes will kick in place and go begin try to get the forensic evidence as necessary until they feel like say yes, we have enough to actually prosecute this matter. They know who done the person. They can now file.
It's not called enough. Because some of them here can make most people not to stigma can make. They no one forgot reports. Now the delay we can do, where they don't say at times, obviously at the end, you know they will prove a point where you go to expose yourself, then ridicule you at the social media and go through the process. It will take so long that you go discourage and still left this case.
The legal system is a process. We therefore appreciate that. And then just have to go through that. And electronic or forensic evidence also need a skill set for actually make sure say they gather that and present them. Maybe you don't want to go to court with a particular matter and you not get substantial evidence and then throw this case out of court. Then exactly what you talk now will actually happen to the person. Say, I don't waste my time, I don't come, and then nothing comes out of this. But then until we trust the system, and actually go through the process. And of course, like I tell you, we continue for just build the capacity of the people so that outside delay go day as a result of lack of knowledge, that would not be shortened. Outside delay go day as a result of maybe the internal processes are not working. I mean, they only engage at technical level. We even engage at strategic level for make sure say we bring the necessary expertise within the institutions, to bring the necessary expertise inside the country for build with all capacity come to that level and say this is what needs to be done, this is how fast we should do it and do it accurately.
People know they come forward for make a statement, especially people that we don't suffer from crime, they will get for it exposing the nude picture, they will always see on social media, una safe they see, but una hands them tied because una not get the victim for can complain. You know, things say na lack of confidence and trust in the center make people they even come forward for can make a complaint for not take action against the people who they perpetrating crime. Yeah?
Well, There could be varying reasons, but lack of confidence in the center. Well, I go say you go only the confidence go only diminish when you see we don't handle or mishandle something in particular. But then, like I say, since 2021, we're a new institution where we've been doing all of these things. We need people to actually take that step of faith. The system is not an NC3 system. The system is not a CID system. This is a national system we all get for own up to, we all get for trust, and actually make sure say we utilize them, and when we utilize them at the time, it work. But if we only left them for a day as a law that we are not going to utilize, then who's good with it?
So
it is after we all.
Victor, what you go say to somebody who they watch, we go do from this morning, we start this conversation to now, we go all the view or the opinion say, when I get lots for do for restore confidence in people, especially people looking for victim of the crime there, so that they bully online, when they stalk online, when they go through trauma because of things that they happen for them online.
My message to viewers is very simple. One, cybersecurity phenomenon itself is very new, and we know see a whole lot of we they suffer from, even crimes we know we are seeing a certain crime, but then Naomi could continue for talk to now through these media houses, through engagements with schools and other social media platforms, that you need for come forward and actually make you complain. You no need for suffer in silence. There are different organs of government. As I talk to you, we even get we work with the Ministry of Children, Gender and Children's Affairs for just help for protect people. Online. There is an entire section in that new bill that they actually put together. And all of these are actually for we, the Sierra Leoneans. We need for trust the system and utilize them things. Until we utilize them, we go serve the intended purpose, we not for protect we all. Yes, you'd already be victim, but until you step up, we're not able to stop them criminals here. Until you step up, then we'll continue for go to the next and the next and the next. We know say stigma issue there. We know say we all get some cultural beliefs and issues we are in. You go begin feel some kind of funny way in your community or to the one that we sabi you. But then the law is supreme. The law is there. The law is there to protect you, and the law there for actually let you go seek redress so that you not go suffer in silence, and then the victim could also be deterred for let it not go to number 2, let it not go to number 3. And
say someone they commit the offense, you're not even know say this is a crime. They will say perhaps now you give me your number. So continuously someone will send text message to you repeatedly, for example. But for una, what una they categorize as crime or offense where you can buy cyberbullying, what are the different categories then? The different categories they're all clearly spelled now. The acts we get a whole long list of them, and together with the associated punishments them. We actually we even don't begin make a child friendly version, so that if you feel like say this way too cumbersome, it too get some kind of legal jargons, it itself, then they actually distribute and share right now. A simplified version of and for let you just begin to say this is it. But then now once that don't happen, you can actually step in, get redress through the government institutions, and social welfare day for anybody we actually don't be a victim for we need psychosocial counseling and all of that. Yes, but they are also equally related. If not cybersecurity related crime, once you tell them what you don't go through, they can also channel you and go back to the law enforcement. We know a whole lot of things we go run through people their mind about when you say for go through these channels, but we have to trust the process. We just have to trust the process and move on, and then make the complaints, take it to the next level, so that you actually seek redress. If we not seek redress, all waiting down the cause is you continue for suffer in silence, and there's a whole lot happening. So this now an appeal to with the viewers them. This discussion not for just stay within you. We don't hear about time, or we would say talk about an apples. Talk about this to you picking them. Educate you picking them on some of the do's and don'ts. Educate to them when you begin see this kind of thing they happen. Raise it up with me first, because we get forgiven that culture for encourage you picking for talk. You go agree with me sometimes. Some of we come up now some homes and
We so afraid that I like I'm not in the happen to you. Rather talk to somebody outside than for talking inside yours. It happen a whole lot now some of our homes. But we need to bring that culture where you allow your picking for complaint, you allow for listen to even your teenagers them. Where you get now, so that if them not bold enough, then you can actually tell them no. There is a way we can actually make sure this stop. This does not happen anymore.
Alright, viewers, in case you just tune in, you watch the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. And this morning, we they look at the cyberspace, how safe it be for salon people, as we don't get plenty concern, but how the cyberspace don't they be flooded now with nude pictures, videos, and other things. So today they bring kind of the people that waiting for implement the Cybersecurity and Crime Act of 2021. As we all be know, inside 2021, Parliament been passed a law for protect people that way they use the cyberspace. And at the studio this morning, we get Victor Acisse, in a director ecosystem and capability development at the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center. Well, we don't look at some of the implications, and one of the things that we don't come up so far now that, according to Victor, people who are victim them of them crimes there, not only come up for make formal complaint so that the center go able to take action against people that we can perpetrate them crime there. Not forget, Liberty Online TV, November 16, we they get to first event for Mark 1 year celebration as we they hike go na the Mambo waterfall. 7 o'clock morning, we they wait for na the Mambo Junction as we all go work out together for celebrate Liberty Online TV 1 year anniversary. And on the 29th of November, we go grand dinner and dance. So they raise funds for continue for sustain this institution. You say for don't they watch we for this past 1 year. Una don't they support we with una own little ways them. They contribute to programs, so one for say many thanks. But the support for continue donate whatever little you get to Liberty Online TV. Watch now the screen, the orange money number day where they display. So no matter how little you get, just send and then they go take we long way for sustain this particular institution. We don't bring count on a balanced and credible news them for the past 1 year. So they continue with the program, and now they take this short break. We'll come back. We'll continue for look at the topic what they deal with this morning. We get for do with the cyberspace, how safe this space be for salon people learn.
As Liberty Online TV the 1 year inside this November, we dey celebrate this anniversary with different activity them. And one of them na hike with Liberty we get for be Saturday November 16. Usa we go waka go na the Mambo waterfall. The Liberty Online TV team go then na Mambo Junction they wait for na 7 o'clock na morning. For join we na 300 leons no more you go give, and you go get the Liberty polo and water, and you go get all the enjoyment we get for being at the waterfall. If you want for join we, you go come now with 33 Battle Street office as the polo then already now, or call na this number 074 200 545 for place you order. Now Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
To pay bills with the UBA mobile app, just log into the app. Click on Pay Bills within a quick links dashboard. You'll be provided with a list of various biller categories like cable TV, sports and gaming, utilities, airtime and data, and so on. Click on the biller category you want. Then select from a list of price options provided by the biller. Click Confirm to proceed with the transaction. Enter your PIN and click OK. And you're done. Enjoy paying your bills with the UBA mobile app.
Welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and you just saw your short information regarding the event where Liberty Online TV get forget us with a mark with 1 year anniversary. The anniversary actually now on the 13th of November, but we first public event get for be the hike with Liberty where they be on the 16th. We all get for waka go na the Mambo Waterfall. We go there by 7 o'clock na the Mambo Junction. Also, we all go waka go na the Mambo Waterfall, and I've been telling na the t-shirts and they go out so fast. You say get for Canada Battle Street, 33 Battle Street office, so that you will secure your own t-shirts for the part of the team. And also on the 29th of November, we go forget with dinner and dance. So you go forget opportunity for meet with the team, get pictures, get short talks and all na the 29th of November. We will continue for going details as to how Yusuf get for day part of this 1 year anniversary celebration. Well, we will continue with this edition of the Breakfast Show, and today we will talk about the cyberspace. Also, we will look at cyberbullying, waiting and waiting, categorize a cyberbully, and also waiting you need for do if you feel say somebody they bully you through the cyberspace, and that's what they discussed on the program this morning. And of course, like all time where we do any topic, we ensure say we bring the voice of different people so that inclusivity, when I one of we keyword them, we go able to forget them now every program where we do na Liberty Online TV. This is a time for we listen to waiting people where they out there they think about the cyberspace na salon as Al Hassan Koroma bingo work na the streets of Freetown and at this Brinkam.
So according to my understanding, as a citizen of this country, I don't observe everything. I would talk say the social media is not a safe place to let you pass certain information because of the environment you find yourself, especially like the government side. Yeah. So like for me, I would say the social media not a very safe side. If you take time which without the information we go send out a waiting, better waiting to receive because of mine no go know waiting go send to you. But waiting they send out is very important. So like at the talk say not safe.
As far as me sabi, well really for be safe. But recently we discover say a lot of misunderstanding there about this social media business. Some people get, for example, and get phone then, some man they read newspapers, some man they listen to radio. But I find it difficult to say, actually, I don't know if people don't understand some of the good things in the right now, the social media or thing, but I see a lot of problem with the social media.
Because plenty people on the user now for bully, for user and against another people, we not that we would refer to as cyberbullying. So how that look
exactly, like exactly. Then this country now they because right now like I would now the politics don't divide we. See, so because of this reason, some man go write something. So say you put something in this paper, we see the headline, you go see something really. But when you go read inside the content of the thing, you go see a lot of misunderstanding. You know, where they make people just can tend to be mixed up. They only get the reality of waiting that person they try to write. If you look the phone they use now, a lot of misunderstanding really back. Because the phone, like you go Facebook, you go TikTok, like especially TikTok, you don't tell people play business now. All man the same number what people for Sunday. You see, the one thing I experienced up on the phone then now, so much people in the way they so many calls and bad talk no more. 90 pandi we the send at the social media. Well, the authorities are really responsible for the updates. I mean, the gradient here, then they need a lot of job to do. You know. They put the trail, they put the trace. Most of what people in the put with the social media. You know, if you get office or any other organization, we go to overlook them here. And people for the edit, I mean for the look and read and understand what's in the social media they try to tell you. See, so that you will get clear understanding, you know, go mix them up. You know.
One thing I noticed in this country, social media people misuse of them. Because a lot of people actually they send false informations about social media and about people who are not necessary, and then they investigate. Some people they send propaganda news, some people they send different kind of news where they don't even find out, which is not right. But I think the cyber and the NatCom network they are able for put things in place for able for differentiate the people out and they send out the social media network communication. One like the this how they call them, TikTok.
Okay.
The way they see people they don't misbehave now the TikTok. You know good.
So
Social media.
You think the government gets a lot for do for able for regularize and control people based on how then they able for get out information and how they use the social media?
Oh yeah, I think the government for putting preventive measures actually over the social media because people that misbehave over the social media, that is one. Then they make the society become polluted with languages were not proper. For more especially for Peking now the society and the country, people that use abusive, dangerous languages against the social media, which is not right. I think say that for able to get control over the people then they, you understand? But again, the way I see it, the way how the social media works ago, people then don't they do so many misuse of social media, which is not right.
All right, welcome back. Well, that's Alasan Kuruma been going on different parts of Hitong. Also, I talk to people about the use of social media. We still get Victor at the studio. We see a lot of messages on the coming. We go come to the messages soon. But let me just continue for look at the issue we get for do with this cyber bullying, cyber stalking, and the way how people they use the social media in the country. We all been there at some point where some pictures and waiting be on the internet where people be there alleged say some man say na camera then go make na computer then go make in terms of then technology then they how the law cover you will perhaps go repair your machine or something then somebody take information from there and leak them out. How the law cover this?
Then we get intelligence and no see some man they use whatever intimate content and gets from the device of somebody you don't care and go for repair, and they use them for financial gain. Then they use them for commit crimes like not only sextortion but of course cyberbullying, and then they ask for ransom in so many cases. Again, that's a serious crime as far as the Cybersecurity and Crime Act is concerned. And the fine for cyberbullying, the fine for sextortion, the fine for all the other related crimes is clearly spelled out. But then now, the issue through your intervention, say we don't find out say the problem, you know, it go they sound monotonous that are still come back to this point. But then we don't get real life situation of somebody people that we don't tell you, and these are sometimes even government officials. We genuinely sometimes because of traffic network, you don't inside back they go in phone for them, they broke. Not get money for repair the screen at that particular point. Can go now swipe your PZ or wherever. 1 week later, you go get a message or a call from an unknown number. Hey, you na man, you na boy picking. Then you go send you one video or one picture, intimate. We use yourself no see this I never share out anybody, but it just happen say I be keep an eye on my phone, and the next call where they come now is he go begin ask you for a ransom. Say I need this amount, for la not share this. And not forget, say, besides getting access to their intimate content, and the person who go left your phone to for repair also get access to your call log, you get access to your contact, you get access to all of those other things. And by the time you know it, you go see, he begin tell you, say, I go share this with your wife, I go share this with your spouse, and all of that. And it's unfortunate that when it comes to things that intimate, it always boils down again to about 95% of the time, it always boils down to that point, say, I would rather either suffer in silence or pay the price than for let be shamed out there. So many times that is how they actually resolve it. There are other incidents wherein the person voluntarily share the information of somebody else, but without the consent for leave share them further to any other person. So all of this they happen, but because of this stigma, we now one of the biggest things we need for break and the society, people are suffering in silence. We are fully aware of those crimes. And I make one with the raise awareness on the parts of the people. These electronic devices, they are very good, and get the good side of it, where it will allow you to carry out your job professionally, do your academic work, and all of those things. But that is just one side of the coin. You get the other side of the coin, that is the potential danger of the technology itself. It stores information. Whilst in the past, they say, show me your friends, I'll tell you your character. Now, say, show me your phone, I'll tell you who you are. Because it has everything about you, even the thing you know even members yourself about you. So we encourage people, and please be careful what you save on your phone or what you put in there. Inadvertently, something and you just get for the your phone, like official emails, for instance. We only use phone for check emails for official purposes, but then imagine that they fall in the wrong hands. So we also they give this to itself, say make sure you secure your phone. Basic education, wherein make sure you give password to your phone, make sure you get two-factor authentication, so that even when somebody get access to the physical device, but forget access to the data or the content of that phone becomes almost impossible for them.
Okay. Continue for the program, Victor. They take few messages then now where people don't send now the program, and I go start for read from YouTube. The first one they come out from Mohamed Bangura. They say cyberbullying is a great contributing factor affecting people in cyberspace. The cyber unit should continue to raise awareness not only in bigger towns but also the villages across the country.
All right, so look at more messages. Now the text line, this person, they ask, say, if somebody gets your nude video, they call and they make demands from you. You can complain to them for take action or for go police.
Alpheus Court na YouTube, they say they can create a social media for Sierra Leone, similar to Facebook, YouTube, etc. YouTube and Facebook can be restricted in Sierra Leone.
This other message say, if non-national come salon, make nude video of a Sierra Leonean and share them na the social media, then go able make the law bet the person even way in order na the country.
Jal Songo, they say the unit should not only solely leave it to the victim to come forward and report. The unit must be aggressive to be proactive to tackle cyberbullying and intimidation and contact the victim on crime. They should not wait for formal complaint, rather address the crime and contact the victim to issue them that the unit is working behind the scenes to ensure that the crime is stopped.
This other one from Mystic Nadwazak, it says state institutions need to popularize the Cyber Act by doing more awareness campaigns, because many Sierra Leoneans are not aware of the Cyber Act. More so when ignorance of the law is not an excuse. The public needs more awareness.
Abdullah B. Lukule na Facebook, they say, hurting or embarrassing someone through the use of technology such as the internet, mobile phones, or cameras is considered as cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is very common in Sierra Leone. The government and the responsible agencies has to do more. People have to be held accountable for their unacceptable behavior.
For the Mustafa Toure and the Facebook say, these guys have no interest in protecting the interest, but to counter information sharing on WhatsApp. If they were interested in citizens, the Data Protection Act should have been developed first. 3 years later, there is no mention of data protection. This is all about information dissemination on WhatsApp and nothing else. The government wants to control information like in the 90s, and even their weekly information sharing cannot match up with WhatsApp.
Osfriend Kamara go be the last message we are going to take. It is say the Security Operations Center is the first line of defense for the processes of the people and the technology involved. Do you have units like analysts, incident responders for bridges and threat hunters? Do you have well-defined workflows, which is the engine powering incident detection? Tracking digital footprints requires a good forensic know-how and technology.
Jal Songo na YouTube said the unit should not solely leave it to the victim to come forward to report. The unit must be aggressive to be proactive to tackle cyberbullying and intimidation and contact the victim of the crime.
All right, well, from their messages and they don't take, could they come back to Victor from the Cybercrimes Coordination Center? We go respond to some of the messages that we people don't send. Victor?
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you to thanks to the listeners, and especially the one that we send the comments in. Mohamed Bangura and others, they talk about awareness raising and for be done in the villages and all the corners of the country. Yes, I fully agree with you, and we are working towards that. We are doing that. With time, we'll definitely reach those underserved areas, those unreached areas. But as of now, yes, we are still working. It's still work in progress. We do awareness, but they will try follow we reach other parts there of the country. And if a non-national commits a crime of bullying a Sierra Leonean or sharing the content of a Sierra Leonean, if the law will able better. Yes, absolutely. I don't mention before that we actually they work with different nations, different countries, different stakeholders within the country for make sure say cybercrime is actually addressed. In fact, this is a global concern. Cyber security is a global concern because it costs the world so much money. And in terms of security, we see within happen because of the war in the Middle East. We see how cyber security actually unfold, where in even some of the electronic devices, Hezbollah go by and how they even explode them and able to kill people. We see how drone attacks they happen. So all this not just a manifestation of the fact say cyber security is a global issue, and the only way they able to combat and when we work together globally, and we view the world as a global village. So anybody commits crime on one side, through these partnerships they don't create, we'll be able to track them and then make sure say justice is actually being served. But again, we keep continuing for raise the awareness, and we'll keep continuing for make those appeals that please come forward. I can tell you one thing for sure: when some man begins see some of them content them online, not until they begin see salon school picking uniform, then some man they even argue say na Photoshop. Some man they even say no, this one not so true. But then the fact is, whilst they happen now, we backyard under we knows them. Some man still they of the opinion that maybe this now somewhere else they happen. But then we all need to come together and fight cybercrime. Be it through complaints, be it through partnerships with the different stakeholders, be it through collaboration with other governments and other agencies outside of this country. And the recommendation that we have to be even more aggressive, not wait for complaints and for complainants and let we just go ahead and move on. Again, we will continue for do we utmost best. We will work with different stakeholders. We are not the law enforcement. We are the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center, but we work with all of them for get legal advice, get the different inputs from all organs of government. We will meet both national and international standards as to how to address some of these issues, so that we will make sure say the 8.5 million Sierra Leoneans feel protected. But then, of course, we will not go relent for continue for the raise awareness. We will continue for do more for hold people accountable, and of course we get what we call the Directorate of Forensic Investigations and Response. We look into all of them things like incident response, risk mitigation, and penetration testing, and all of that. So yes, this pursues and the text message, all of this is in place and it's working. But as you agree with me, some of it is a little bit sensitive. But then the institutions, they actually the benefits from this will continue for work with them, and they know, because if any institution complains, they say they've been attacked as an institution, institution, we know this, we get the standard operating procedure, we know how for coming, how for kicking, and we not just sit down, even wait for let that happen. We get waiting, we also they put in place for make sure say we identify some of the risk, then we put mitigation measures in place and make sure say in the event we don't do all of that, the attacks still happen, how you for actually rebound and actually become operational back whilst you fix that one. All of those are things that we they work on, and we actually they go on in the background with sensitive infrastructure in the country. That makes me just remember for mention too, and I say even within the process of doing identification of critical national information infrastructure in the country, wherein the bid is out, and we they get a consultant where we they work with so that will make sure we do best practice and of international standard in identifying all of this. We are in at the end of the day, the president will actually therefore declare the critical information infrastructure as critical. Once he don't designate them, the security apparatus or the security processes concerning them are going to be elevated. It go kick up, and that means physical, logical access and otherwise will also be heightened, so that you know go just enter or access virtually any of the infrastructure just like that. You agree with me? Say there is a whole lot that actually need for be done in even some of the this critical infrastructure that needs to be protected. So we will work on this, and very soon we will actually hear the president declare them as critical information infrastructure.
So look, as we talk about the cyberspace this morning, you will come out from that center there. How you could describe this space? Is it safe for people for use?
The space is out there, and yes, it is good for use, but then like one of the texters say, you have to be careful, like the clip owner do. You actually get to be mindful of what kind of information you actually they share. You know, this thing about social media, we need some proper education about that. Which we don't discover in doing all our different interventions. Some people, even when they travel, for instance, they snap at the airport, heading to Dubai. They post on social media. But then, without giving a second thought, waiting at the message where they send to an ordinary person, and waiting at the message, the same packaging, waiting at the message where a criminal go there from this. Some man even in date of birth, in picking them, in husband, in family, everything but they on the social media. So even the Yahoo boys who they call you just don't make it so simple for they go call you. Oh, Mabel, now your sister now give me this number. Your sister name so it is I be one so and so meant to the work on this kind of transaction. Now send me to you. And as they don't call you sister by name in institution say whatever, it don't help for lower you got.
So you try for say people need for limits.
People need for limits, and you get for know which you they post. I'll give you another simple example. Even the orange money, African money, the old they use, you get about 60 to 85% of the people with that they pin, now the year of birth. Then they put there. As you may waiting do you say because it's simple for remember. But then the fact of the matter is, waiting people they know, whilst we all see they are so very civil, if Khadija has been compromised in a way where something in family life they are at risk. Maybe they don't want nothing from her as in financial aid, but all they want is now for use them for actually attack Mabel. And see, all we need for let you do now is just make sure you actually get with the PIN code of Mabel, or make sure you just get into put this recording device in Mabel office, so that everything when Mabel they talk we go there. And then that will inform the next move. So whenever they're ready for cancer, get you Mabel. They're not a miss.
When somebody goes in the area of data protection, cancer.
I agree. You see, there are two things, and this is part of a training that we can do. Whilst the law there for protect we, if there is anything you can do for let the crime not actually happen, it's better. Precaution is far better than for legal secret rest. Why you need for give so much about yourself out there will actually lead to insecurity. Why you need for begin tell me what your personal life, I eat cassava leaf today. My husband, the Okna United Nation. Oh, this now me and all of that. Yes, I know some of who want for impress. Will they do these things for do all of that? But then with that kind of information, for actually formulate an attack or a strike against you, you make a whole lot more easier.
All right. Thank you very much, Victor Esise. We joined me in the program this morning. Can help for talk about the implementation of the Cyber Security and Crime Act of 2021 and how not only work for protect people and safety, especially online, where we can call the social media space. Well, we decide to do this program today because we don't get serious concern about people how then they misuse the social media space for take people and privacy, we can lead to trauma. We will continue the conversation there as Liberty Online TV. Now that today we bring hands on different topics them throughout to different programs them for ensure say we entertain, educate, and also inform on about the different penalties them of topics them will they discuss. Thank you, Victor. We join with this morning. Hopefully we're going to bring you as when necessary for the can talk on any different topics there. Well, now they end the program. Don't forget the Liberty Anniversary Project still they go on. Send we your donation, no matter how little we appreciate them. So now all we done they send so far one for say thank you very much. We appreciate and we pray say that God replenish you back. That money we send to we it mean a lot, and that's go and we go ensure say we utilize them very well for continue for establish this institution for let it go to a higher height. So we self go proud say we be the part of the initial stage of Open Liberty Online TV. It's a spare time produce the program Musa Saokoma and then it's Kamara that then give technical support to the production team. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a blessed day.
All right, and until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get a good day and goodbye.